This is Christopher Sernaque, hosting episode 4 of season 2 of the Current Topics in Science podcast. This podcast will address breaking scientific news in light of the origins debate and host interviews with scientists. This podcast is available on the following platforms: iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcast, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Video recordings of the podcast will be uploaded to YouTube. Enjoy the podcast. What does the Rosetta Stone have to do with the world's smallest wildcat? Merriam-Webster's dictionary actually has two definitions for the noun Rosetta Stone. The first definition defines Rosetta Stone as a black basalt stone found in 1799 that bears an inscription in hieroglyphics, Demotic characters, and Greek, and is celebrated for having given the first clue to the decipherment of Egyptian hieroglyphics. The second definition of the noun Rosetta Stone is one that gives a clue to understanding. In other words, as Merriam-Webster went on to say, today we also use Rosetta Stone figuratively, as we have since the early 20th century, for other things that provide clues or help us to understand something that would otherwise be undecipherable. Just as the Rosetta Stone provided clues to Egyptologists, even so, the Güiña, the world's smallest wildcat, is one of the many clues in the conservation effort. In an article called "Meet the Güiña, a 6-pound mystery cat vulnerable to extinction," National Geographic author Christine Delamoire wrote, "Tiptoeing through the scrubby woodlands and fern-rich rainforests in Chile and a sliver of Argentina is a tiny feline called the Güiña, half the size of a house cat with a bottle-brush tail and a cartoon-cute face striped with black. The Güiña holds the record for the smallest wildcat in the Americas. Its petite stature, just under 6 pounds, combined with its extreme shyness and scientific obscurity, means most people don't know it even exists. Until now." She says until now because Joel Sartor has just made the Güiña the 10,000th animal to be featured in National Geographic's Photo Ark. The goal of the Photo Ark, according to National Geographic's Christine Delamoire, is to document every species living in zoos and wildlife sanctuaries around the world. Sartor was fascinated by the Güiña, saying that it is very much a mystery cat. They, the Güiña, live in the shadows. Besides taking photographs of the Güiña, Sartor filmed a video of one vocalizing, which, according to National Geographic, may be the first Güiña sounds ever recorded. Take a listen to the Güiña's vocalization and comment about what you think it sounded like. After hearing the Güiña vocalize, Sartor said, "This cat is serving as the Rosetta Stone for the species." That's because the cat's vocalizations add to scientists' limited understanding of the animal. Even its population numbers and basic biology, such as mating and reproduction, remain enigmatic. What isn't a mystery about the Güiña is what they eat. According to the National Geographic article, the Güiña will eat pretty much anything they can get their claws on, from marsupials to insects to frogs to birds. They especially like rodents, which are abundant in the thick understory. Agile climbers, the cats readily scramble up the tree trunks to pluck small mammals and birds from their cavities. So it sounds like the Güiña is a committed carnivore. But have felines always been this way? How did cats become carnivorous? According to Dr. Warren A. Shipton, felines are regarded as obligate carnivores, as reflected by their nutritional requirements. Special needs exist for several amino and fatty acids and selected vitamins. Examination of the enzymatic pathways connected with supplying these nutrients indicates that over or underactivity of enzymes is the primary cause of the problem. The question of how felines lost key biosynthetic capabilities on becoming wild can be answered partially by studying changes that occur in animals that have become tame. Taming of animals leads to changes in morphology, physiology, particularly relating to hormone levels, and behavior. Fertilization also leads to changes, but not necessarily the exact reverse. Modern genetics has shown that mutations of genes, gene duplication, changes in the promoter region, epigenetic alterations, and other phenomena may be involved in alterations in enzymatic activity. Loss of function mutations may be responsible for the failure of cats to retain a well-recognized carbohydrate metabolism. A similar explanation may account for the apparent loss of one key enzyme needed for vitamin A biosynthesis. However, with that being said, did you know that there is a vegetarian cat? A woman named Becky Page found a starving kitten in an alleyway and attempted to feed him a bowl of chicken and a plate of fish. However, upon spying leftover vegetables, the cat wolfed them down, says Miss Page, and ever since, he has stubbornly stuck to a vegetarian diet. Now aged 2, the kitten Miss Page went on to name Dante continues to refuse to eat tinned cat food and could even be the world's first vegetarian cat. Instead of meat, he happily feasts on fruit and vegetables his owner grows, such as Brussels sprouts and rhubarb. Besides Dante the vegetarian cat, there is a lion that would not eat meat. According to Dr. David Catchpool, from 1946 to 1955, a female African lion named Little Tyke, born and raised in America, lived her entire lifetime of 9 years without ever eating meat. This is similar to what the Bible says in the book of Isaiah. It says, "And the cow and the bear shall feed, their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox." The book of Isaiah goes on to say, "The wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and dust shall be the serpent's meat. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, saith the Lord." Indeed, there is much to look forward to when we get to heaven. Thank you very much for taking the time to learn with us on current topics in science, where scientific discoveries are examined in light of the origins debate. Please share and subscribe to the Current Topics in Science podcast. It's available on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcast, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Thanks again for listening, and remember, the truth saves.